Small silver lining. Yeah, I've already been on for like 2.5 hours. Oh well. We finished off our squares. Small stainless steel lining. Thanks, Pork. Oh, it's cooking time. You do what you can. The t-shirt arrived. Excellent. You can now be helpful to no one. I mean, you could always be helpful to no one, but now you can let other people know that you're helpful to no one. Okay, there we go. There's our first row of the sleeve, or actually technically our second row of the sleeve. Excuse me. Okay, chain one turn, blah, blah, blah. Wait. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, Crown of Luminary got the giveaway that Maniacal Queen generously donated, or the it was the t-shirt that like about people 0 out of 14 people find me helpful. Ah. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, thank you so much. So I added one shirt, which is the Can't Skip Leg Day. So this is Art Womble's. If you hadn't seen the origin, right? This is this guy. That's the bird form of Coach. And this was so every year Art Womble has done what he calls the bird-a-thon. So if you've seen the birds from Art Womble, they're the fun little bird creatures that are usually kind of blob formed. They'll have 2 legs and then eyes and a beak, and then they'll be in all crazy forms. And he'll do that form for either your avatar or you or whatever. So Coach is our avatar. He made the bird form of Coach, which is what the first year is. The fat Coachabo that falls down, that's what that is. The second year, when he did it, he's like, well, we can't do the same thing. So he made Coach go Super Saiyan, which is why we got this version. So it's super soft. Yeah, they are really soft shirts. And I do love them for that. So I've got the Can't Skip Leg Day. I've also got that in sticker form. So. You got the original. You got, so did you get it before the, oops. Did you get it before they, I had a version where it was like a digital, like a 8-bit. The text was like more 8-bit. And then I changed it later to be more, curvy. Oh, okay. Yeah, it might be. You know, okay, so there's this whole thing. I don't know if you saw this news, but um, Google has laid down the law that like by either end of this month or sometime in May, that they're going to start penalizing websites that do the back button hijacking. And if you know, you know what I'm talking about, which is when you try to hit the back button and it won't actually let you leave the website that you're currently at because it does some shenanigans so you can actually return from what actually your previous page was. They're going to start penalizing that. So if your website does that, they're basically going to deprioritize you in search listings and things like that. So we'll see what happens. I say that because I just had this happen on Fourth Wall, where it's like you can't go back, which is really annoying because Fourth Wall, it's really easy to not be on your shop page, which is just what happened to me. Anyway, okay. All right, let's see. A single crochet into the first space. No. If it's when you can't go back. So there are some web pages that set it up. It's called back button hijacking, where you try to go back and it won't let you. You either stay on the same page or it takes you even somewhere else that's not actually where you came from. So you can't actually go back. That's what they're penalizing. Yeah. You've noticed that on Fourth Wall is really bad about that. It can be really frustrating too when you're like, no, I want to go to what my store looks like. And every time you do that, you get the back scene stuff, and it's really hard to like get it to like get you the store. Yeah. It's been a thing for a long time, this whole back button hijacking, but they finally apparently, I saw it in a random update somewhere. They're giving people like a month's notice. And again, right, at the end of the day, they can't make web developers change anything. But what they're basically saying is, when we detect that function or something like it on your website, boop, 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 we're going to send less traffic your way. So we'll see. I'm sure there will be some new shenanigan. Yeah, so it should be a good thing. But I'm sure what all that will happen is some new bad thing will develop. Okay, row 3. All right, this is where we are. Row 2. Yeah. Okay, then this is what we want. To end the round, slip stitch into the top of the starting chain 2. Yes. Okay. So that's how we join. Okay, then we're going to chain 1 and we turn. This is what I said earlier was like bizarre about this pattern. We are in essence now in the round. We are in the round on the sleeve, but the pattern creator is still treating it as though we're flat. And that's just kind of bizarre. But whatever. Whatever. This might, granted, I have not crocheted a shirt before. So you do technically have a wrong side and a right side with crochet. I find them very similar and hard to tell the difference at a glance. So I don't know that you really gain much by keeping up with the charade that there's a wrong side and there's a right side. But again, okay. So we're going to single crochet here, and then we're just going to chain. Wait. Yeah, okay. Okay. So we're basically just doing our thing. Let me get the music set up here, right? Did I miss the ad break? Oh no, it's coming up. Okay. Good. I need some more water. I think I can finish this round before that. Oh. Not if I keep getting distracted. There we go. All right. Oh, so we are going to be reading Jujutsu Kaisen here in a little bit. We're on 6 chapters left, plus the prologue. So let's see. Friday, Sunday, Tuesday. I won't be able to do Thursday, so Friday, Sunday, Tuesday will be rough. Okay, so we'll probably be finishing at the very end of April, very early May for Jujutsu Kaisen. The other option is that I just kind of forget Bleach and we focus on Jujutsu Kaisen to finish it off. So we'll see. I may do that if I just want to kind of get on with it. The problem is, this is just one stupid thing about YouTube. For whatever reason, YouTube seems to take anywhere from like 2 to 3 days before it really shows some level of circulation on the Jujutsu Kaisen videos. I don't know why there's that much delay. So I really gain no benefit on YouTube from publishing a bunch of JJK videos at once, because what'll happen is a bunch of them will just get overlooked. Not that they get a lot of viewership anyway, but it ends up being a little bit wasted. Oh, there we go. Hey, Rudy. How are you doing? Good evening. Da 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 da. Oh, and tomorrow is pizza day. Tomorrow is pizza day. I'm very excited. Hey, Piffle Cake, thank you for the lurk. Happy weekend. Oh, take the dogs to their spa day. Lucky dogs. Wow. That sounds exciting. What all do they get done at the spa? I presume like various grooming, washings, nail clippings. Now you're making him feel bad. Wilson had his teeth cleaning today. He's a miserable mess, even after his nausea shot. Aw, poor guy. Aw. Bath, de-shed, and most important, nail trim. They don't let you? You can't trim your own nail. You can't trim your dog nails? It's probably a projectile threat, right? Like if you have the nail clippers with dog nails, like when you clip those suckers off, right, you could like shatter windows with those things. So you have to do it in a protective environment with professionals, right? Your nails need that too? Had to spend your money on your teeth? Oh, your teeth. Oh, your dogs need the teeth. Okay. Well, you know, priorities. Rocket lets you do one or two before he hides them from you and won't let you anymore. Luna won't let you touch your feet at all. Wow, okay. Oh, so the dogs won't let you. That's funny. He's a big whiner. You get it. Teeth cleaning is for his health. A lot of dogs you grew up with ended up rapidly going downhill with their teeth started decaying. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a big source for dog health, I guess. His plan pays her for once a year. Okay. And he goes once a year. Well, there you go. Boy, the chain one turn gets me on this. Okay, I think we got... No, I guess we still got some time left. Okay. Okay. Single crochet in the first chain space and then chain 2. And then 2 treble crochets. And that's... Wait. Vets are doing them for us. But it was too expensive. Okay. Not regular enough. So when one of your old coworkers, they left started grooming, you tried them with her and she's able to get it done. Oh, nice. Okay. Usually get theirs done yearly too, but they do not chew, so their teeth get gross. Ah, just got them to save some money again. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say the only thing I'm familiar with are like the little chew bones to help with like that, but if they don't chew... Whoa. Oh, I haven't updated that in a couple months. It's funny, I've updated the pictures, I just keep forgetting to update the thing. Yeah, it makes a big difference when you have someone that the dogs are okay with. Beagles, one bite and things are gone. Chomp. Oh, man. All right. We got an ad break coming up. I'm going to take that stretch break, and then we're going to read some manga in like 20 minutes. So we'll have 3 minutes of ads. Good time to get a stretch, get some water. You have a health plan? Health insurance, but for dogs. Plan covers shots, teeth, cleaning, blood work, annual physicals, none of these older, x-rays, eye pressure. Wow. Yeah, that's great. Oh, nice. Banana split. It's a sign. I was saying earlier, I went with the non-ice cream desserts from the grocery store today. So I got ginger snaps and fig cookies, fig Newtons, well, fig whatevers. All right, we got an ad break starting here soon. Gonna grab that whenever it hits, and be 3 minutes. You got ice cream today? Oh, nice. That sounds good. I wanted to get ice cream, but I couldn't find anything good. Well, by good, I mean cheap. You had one when you had first dogs, but you had claim funds back then. It's so convoluted. Oh, ended up getting it, putting money aside instead. Yeah, you know, that sounds like a flexible spending account. I tried that like the first year, and it was like, this is so annoying. I'm never doing this again. All right, I will be right back. よいしょ。Oh, nice. You get a monthly plan for dog insurance? Nice. This is not lurking. Yeah, I was going to say. Enjoy the spa session. Well, that's cool. You don't have to make claims. Oh, that's good. You just take them to a vet. Contracting. You lay out pocket for things like Liberal, which you get 20 discount. Okay. Or Librella. Okay. Yeah. Well, times have changed. At some point, I'll be kind of curious whether companies will extend health insurance to pets for people. And by that I mean like as a working benefit. People your age are keeping pets, not having kids. There's a big market. Yeah, I kind of wonder. And also, I think in general, the idea of like health insurance for pets has become more necessary as not the solution for most pet problems in the past was just to put down the pet, right? And as time has progressed, people have been, there's been more techniques developed, there's better medical care, and there have been people willing to pay that money to have that extended time with their loved one, right? So, so the market has developed too. And so now you have that begets then the health insurance and et cetera, et cetera. So I wonder if it wouldn't be a matter of time before some companies start extending that as a benefit to workers. But a lot of, yeah, exactly right. There's preventable stuff. That's the other thing, is that's where a lot of that becomes beneficial, where it's like, well, yeah, pay the smaller amount of money now to avoid the bigger costs later. The company you just bought, or the company that just bought the company started offering pet insurance for emergencies. Oh, okay. Oh. That you work for. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's, well, there you go. That's kind of cool. I wonder if that's not just more a natural extension of being in the health services to begin with. Like, I wonder if you worked at a veterinary clinic or whatever, if they might not have that as an option or something. I don't know. I don't know any vets anymore. You can avoid even the basic care for your senior pups without insurance? Oh, yeah. Well, particularly right as they get older. There can be some like crazy expensive stuff, just like with humans. Wilson has elbow dysplasia. It's cheaper to pay for a senior plan for 2 extras per year instead of paying for them out of pocket. Okay. Aw. Dental alone. Hey, speaking of elbow dysplasia, which is not quite exactly relevant, but how's Shell doing? If that's shareable. Oh, okay. Still can't use arms much. Ugh. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's hoping for a better prognosis. All right, I gotta write down what I've done before I get too far and I forgot what I've done. So 1, 2, 3. I think we're on row 4. Oops. You are kind of stuck. Yeah, it sounds like it. They won't give her pain meds still. Yeah. Only option is come to physical therapy once every 3 months. Yeah, wow, thanks. Let's add some. Okay. So we're on row 4. We need to do theoretically 16 rows, but I think that's going to make the sleeves too long. But we'll check probably at row 8 is my guess. Yeah, that reminds me though, I need to set up my check-in. All right, let's see. Oops. Here we go. Okay, so there we go. We're going to pause there. So we've got a little bit of our sleeve going. Honestly, you know, I guess when you do enough of the sleeve, it doesn't matter, but theoretically you would want to do more on the top than you would want to do on the underside initially. But this does not really do that. So we'll see how this goes. My intent is to check after just a few rows to see whether we really need to do any more. I don't necessarily want sleeves that go down too far, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. There we go. I didn't see how far the Mokos made it in the giveaways today, but I think they're still pretty far away. I think they're still pretty far away from, we're like 280. Our first giveaway is 280. All right, here we go. We're going to read some Jujutsu Kaisen. We've got 6 chapters left, plus the prologue, the epilogue, which the epilogue is... Oh, there's lots of epilogue. Okay. All right. I think we got a fair amount of dialogue in this chapter, as you can see. But I think it won't be too... Oh, there are puppies. I'm sure that's totally normal. Puppies. Do 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 do. All right, that seems like a pretty quiet Friday. All right, let's pause the music. We'll continue with crochet tomorrow. I've already got the light on. I'm disappointed. The one survey company did not get back to me. So, nope. All right, I'm gonna send the residents like what I've got, and unless if like the other company comes in ridiculously cheap, I think I may recommend we go ahead with what we got, because it's over a week. It's over a week. Like, come on. All right, we got shit to do. All right, let's go. Jujutsu Kaisen. This is 266. Okay, volume 30, chapter 266. And volume 30, chapter 266. Six chapters left plus epilogue. How do you spell epilogue? Yeah, UE. Okay. Like some of that right there. All right, 6 chapters plus epilogue. Okay. That's all good. Hit start recording, and then I need to set up the stream info. Windows is being effing annoying today and is not actually putting up the windows when I click on them. They just do nothing, which is great. That's fun. Love it, Windows. Thank you. Japanese manga translation. This is writing and reading. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right. I think we're ready to go. All right, here we go. We'll do it this way. All right, here we go with chapter 266 of Jujutsu Kaisen, final volume, 6 chapters left, plus the epilogue. We're back to the Jingai Makkyo Shinjuku Kessen, now part 37, decisive battle in the demonic uninhabited region of Shinjuku. We're coming off the previous chapter, which was a little bit of a break with Itadori casting a domain, which was basically a chance to chat with Sukuna and walk through some memories. Moiunda. Already good. It is. So kind of like, it's enough. It's enough. And this is Fushiguro. It's not quite clear. Is this at the end of the domain? Something happening? We'll see. Tsumiki ga urifujin na fuko ni sarasareru koto no nai sekai o tsukuritakatta. Okay. This is Fushiguro saying, I wanted to create a world in which this sort of happiness existed. Or lack of happiness. So Rifujin is unreasonable, irrational. Irrational misfortune, Fuko. Yeah, unfairness. No, that's not right. Yeah, unhappiness, sorrow. Sarasareru. Oh, to be exposed to. Being exposed to unreasonable sorrow, event not existing world wanted to make. So basically, for Tsumiki, my sister, I wanted to make a world where there didn't exist this an exposure to, or where Tsumiki wasn't exposed to this unreasonable sorrow or misfortune. Okay, so all right, that all makes sense. Tsukurenakute mo semete, if not able to make, so if I couldn't make such a world, semete, at least, ore no ikiteiru aida, ore no me no todoku hani de wa, sonna moroi seikatsu wo iji shitakatta n da. So if I wasn't able to make that, then at least my living period, like while I was alive, delivering to my eyes extent. So as far as my eye could see, in the range of what arrives at my eyes, that moroi, isn't that fragile or brittle? That fragile, brittle lifestyle. And EG is to maintain or preserve. So I wanted to preserve that fragile lifestyle. Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to do maintenance preservation of that sort of a fragile, brittle lifestyle. Again, within the span of what was arriving or within my eyes while I was alive. Okay. Okay, this is still presumably Fushiguro talking. Tekuse de tsukutta ryori o tabete. Eating food made like with your own hand labor. Tekuse. Sticky-fingered compulsive thievery. I don't think that's what that's supposed to mean there. tekusede. I guess maybe sticky. Well, no, sticky fingered sounds like tekusede. All right, what else can teku? That's just really weird. I want to see what this one is. Jisho tekuse. Habitual movement of one's hands, marks from being handled often. Yeah, okay, that's more the meaning we want, is habitual movement of one's hands. So again, the idea that eating food that I made with the movement of my own hands frequently, that I often made. Okay. Hi no ataru sentaku mono o nagamete. Nagamete. Viewing at, gazing at the laundry with the sun striking it. Sun striking laundry, gazing at that. So he's describing the things that he wanted to do while he was alive. Nishibi no naka. Nishibi no naka. A western day? Or western sun. Setting sun. Okay, that makes sense. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Nishibi no naka, omae no yona ningen to kata o narabete aruku tsumiki o miyokute. Like in the middle of a setting sun, like you person, and you, omae here is Itadori. So someone like you, a human like you, lined up with the shoulder and walking with my sister and like, I don't know, seeing off. Miyoku, yeah, seeing someone off. Seeing someone off. Seeing someone as a farewell. Tsukimi walking like shoulder to shoulder, lined up at the shoulders with a human that like you. So meaning like they spent the day together and now he was going to see them go off and he would send them off together. And the idea that his sister was in a good relationship with someone that he respected. Okay. Shiawase da natte. Yeah. It's happiness. Like becoming that. There we go. Demo mo ii en da. However, and then we get the repetition of how he started. So, however, so I wanted all this. This is all the things that I wanted. However, it's already good. Like it's enough. Hey, Orion Red, how are you going? It is muzukashi. Totemo. Ji-chan no byoki wa. Okay, so now Itadori is talking. Ji-chan no byoki wa haigan kara hajimatta n da kedo. Okay. As for the sickness of Gramps, from haigan, it's like lung something. Lung cancer. From lung cancer began. Meaning Gramps' sickness, it started as cancer or lung cancer, or it began from lung cancer. But kekko hayai dankai de fukusayo ga tsuyoi kitsume no chiryou o kyohi shita n da. Splendidly fast, amazingly fast, remarkably fast with a level of that. So with a remarkably fast speed or early stage, the fukusayo, the secondary, the side effects being strong kitsume medical treatment did rejection. Okay. Kitsume, that's just severe, strict, harsh. Yeah, harsh. Okay, so sickness started as lung cancer, but his grandpa did rejection. He refused the harsh medical treatment, the strong, harsh medical treatment, because of the secondary side effects, even though it was, I guess, advancing rapidly. Or maybe at a remarkably early stage, he did projection. Maybe that's it. This is hayai as in early, not fast. So at an early stage in the sickness, he refused the strong, harsh medical treatment because of the side effects. Okay. 俺は体が大丈夫からそういう治療を拒むとか? As for me, the body being jobu, being robust, being healthy, because that sort of medical treatment, as refusing or whatever, things like that. Okay, so this is a prologue. As for me, doing rejecting and things like that, that sort of medical treatment, because my body is healthy, たまに聞く安楽死の話とか、いまいちピンと来ないというか、どこか他人事だったんだ。Okay, たまに. Occasionally hearing anarakushi, which is euthanasia. Stories about that and things like that. Imaichi. One after another. Pinto konai toyoka. Pin konai. Oh, okay, so pinto kuru is to get a joke, to know intuitively. So pinto konai is to not understand, to not be intuitive. Okay, so occasionally hearing about stories about euthanasia and things like that. It was the thing called not understanding intuitively. Like, I just didn't get it. Okay, so he didn't... Doing rejection of that sort of medical treatment and occasionally hearing about euthanasia, he just didn't get it. It didn't come intuitively because he was healthy, Itarori. And again, then somewhere, other people's events it was. I guess like it was about other people. Dokoka tanin goto dattanda. Ore nara gaman dekiru kedo honnin wa tsurai n darou na te. If it's me, perseverance is possible. So if for me, I could persevere through it. But as for the original person, as for the person themselves, it's bitter, probably. And that's what the thing was. So when he says honnin, here he means his grandpa, but to the person who's going through the treatment or whatever, it's tsurai, bitter, painful, difficult. Probably. Okay. I think that all makes sense. And there we get a picture of some chemotherapy or something in the background. Demo, kouse ni kite, saiaku no omoi o ippai shite. So, however, arriving or coming to the technical school, that's the Jujutsu Kaisen, or Jujutsu High School, technical school. However, coming to the technical school, the worst thoughts, many, I guess, like doing many of the worst thoughts when I got to the technical school. それが延々続くって考えたら、that thing continuing to prolong when thinking about that being like a continual prolongation of that thing. I'm not sure what kore here is. Maybe like the medical treatment and stuff. Or maybe like the worst thoughts. Anyway, when I think about the continued prolongation of that thing, Ji-chan to ka doushiou mo nai genjitsu ni butsukatte た人たちの選択に共感できるようになった。Gramps and people like that, or Gramps and things like that, どうしようもない。Yeah, not being any other way. Nothing they can do. At the present reality, I guess, like, striking out people's choices, sympathy being possible manner it became. So I became in the manner of being able to sympathize with the choices of people that were butsukaru with the present reality. Which is like maybe colliding with. Yeah, to colliding with. People that were colliding with the present reality, and people like Grandpa that couldn't do anything about what their situation was. Okay, so Itadori kind of comes to a realization about the situation his grandpa is in. Dakara, and that's why, therefore, Dakara ima no fushiguro ni ikiro nante ienai. That's why to Fushiguro now, or the Fushiguro of now, live and things like that, not able to say. I can't tell you. I'm not able to say ikiro or things like that or whatever to you now, Fushiguro. Meaning like after all the things that you've been through. I can't tell you, please keep living. And I kind of laugh because it was Fire Punch with the whole like, ikite, live, which cursed that guy forever. Clap. Okay, so I guess this is maybe that happened in the domain, the conversation between Itadori and Fushiguro. At the end of Itadori's domain, that they were able to have this conversation, or maybe it's some other method, but they somehow managed to have this connection and whatever. But now we're back in the fight. I guess we're done with Itadori's domain or whatever it was. Sukuna is clapping and creating the wicker basket thing, which is this iya kotsuzura. So the hollow wicker basket thing. I'm not going to bother translating that. We've seen that before, and it looks the same. Okay. And they are now in a place that kind of looks like the farm or wherever they were. Or are they still in his domain? Well, we'll see. Za, 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 za. That sounds like snow. So they may still be in his domain. Gojo Satoru no amidashita mizukara no... Oh boy. Sukurapu? Sukurapu on Dobore. What is this? Sukurapan. Sukurapan. Dobirudo. Pandobirudo. Scrapu and dobirudo. Dobirudo. I'm trying to think of what this is like. Destroy and rehabilitate. So scrap and redouble. Scrapu ando obirudo. Scrap and build. Holy crap, man. Yeah, scrap and build. Scrapu ando birudo. So it's again hakai to destroy and saisei or whatever for saisho for to regenerate or restore, rehabilitate. Okay, so doing that, ryoiki de yakikireta jutsushiki o reseto suru hoho wa. Right. So there we go. Let's go back. Gojo's amidashita, which is to like knit and send out. Amidasu. To work out, to think out. Gojo's worked out one's own brain, doing scrap and rebuild in the domain, burnt up technique, reset doing method. So as for the method for doing reset of burned up techniques inside the domain, doing a scrap and build of one's own brain from a method, I guess, that he worked out on his own, Gojo, or that Gojo worked out. Ima no miryoku, muryoku kusho no eikyou no nokoru no de jikkou suru ni wa risku ga takasugiru. Daga. Now's lower or without limit empty space, so that's Gojo's limitless void. Now's empty spaces affects remaining brain. So in a brain where there's still remaining effect from Muryo Kusho. As for to doing activation, Jiko, yeah, putting it into action, the risk is too high. So the method for doing reset of burned up techniques, blah, 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 the risk is too high to do activation in the brain where there's still a remaining effect from Muryo Kusho. However, Daga. However, Iyakotsuzura ya Kani Ryoiki wa Shinshoを具現化した領域に比べて出力が弱く。Okay. The hollow wicker basket and the simple domain. As for them, and things like them, the Shinsho, the heart, mental image. The mental image are towards a domain that do gugenka, like transformation of the mental image. Gugenka. That do give concrete form. Comparison of the output is weak. So comparatively, for these domains and things like them, the output is weak in comparison to domains that give incarnation, physical form to mental images. Okay. 領域に付与された必中術式が自身に的中するまでの時間を稼ぐことができるが、いつかは必ず押し負けてしまう。Okay, so in the domain, the being granted a certain hit technique to oneself, tekichu suru made. Tekichu. Oh, striking home, becoming realized, hitting the mark. Of time buying event. Okay. It's possible, but... Okay, so the event of buying time to the point of hitting the mark on the body itself for certain hit technique that's granted in the domain, it's possible to do that. So it's possible to buy time until that happens. However, as for at some point, without fail, it will push and lose. Oshimake. Be outpushed, lose in a pushing competition. And we get teshimao, meaning like there's finality to it. There's nothing you can do about it. So the I'm just realizing I didn't have Jujutsu Kaisen there. Okay. So basically, output is weak in comparison, but eventually they'll lose, even though they can buy time. They'll lose in a pushing competition without fail, even though it's possible to buy time to allow the certain hit attack to land or whatever. Okay. However, shikashi, Sukuna wa iyakotsuzura hatsudo go mo shoui no musubi tsuzukeru koto de sono shutsuryoku o oginai. Oginao is to compensate or to supplement. Okay, so however, as for Sukuna, also after the activation of Hollow Wicker Basket, using the event of continuing to tie together the palm signs, that output, compensating for that output, meaning like the low output. So he's compensating for the low output by continuing to musubi, which again is to like connect, tie, bind, link the showing, the palm signs, even after the activation of Wicker Basket. Okay? And ryoiki ni oshimakeru koto naku sento o tsuzukeru koto ga dekiru. And inside the domain, the event of not being outpushed existing, so not happening, able to continue the battle event is possible. So Sukuna is able to continue fighting, continue the battle without being outpushed inside the domain by compensating for the output by doing the hand signs, even after having activated Hollow Wicker Basket. Gin. So I guess that's a flashback to when he was fighting Okotsu, presumably in Okotsu's domain, and whatever. Okay. We get a scene of some birds. All right, so they're back to fighting. Okay. That's sliding. That looks like Itadori getting hit in the face. Kind of hard to tell. Meki crack. Okay, Itadori getting hit pretty hard there. Ooh. Okay, suddenly they're like in a building? Okay, suddenly they seem, wait, I don't know where they are now. All right, they're near this thing. Okay, gon. Oh, that's Sukuna slamming down so hard on the ground, he's breaking the pavement there. Uha! Jibun de mo odoreteru yo. Okay, I think that's Sukuna, like wow, or laughing. Even oneself doing surprise, or like even I'm surprised. I surprised even myself. Yeah, that's Sukuna. Ore wa mikudasareru to koto made ikaru no da na. As for me, I guess like being looked down on to this place, doing fury, or fury it is. Oh, okay. So he's saying like, yeah. He's like, even I'm surprised. Even I'm shocked at the fury to this point, like how angry I am, how angry I've come to this point by being looked down on. Mikudas Mikurasu is to look down on someone. Yeah. Being despised, being looked down on. 俺に連品を垂れ腐ったことを and then he identifies the direct object of his fury, which is the event of being like dangled, the dangling of renpen to me. And isn't that like compassion? Renpin, sorry. Or is it bean? Renbin. Yeah, mercy, compassion, and also mercy, compassion. And tare kusata. Kusata, kusaru there is like stinky, rotten. So tare kusaru is not going to be a nice word. In fact, we're not going to see it. So again, tareru is to dangle something. And kusaru is just to add this like sort of filthy connotation of it. So like the event of you dangling in a filthy way, pity to me. So that's what he's being angry about. So that was what happened at the end of the previous chapter. Okay, there's Itadori looking pretty bad already. 貴様以外の人間に償わせることが今から楽しみで仕方がない. Okay. Outside of you humans, to the people outside of you, 償わせる. Making the event of making compensate, making atone for the humans outside of you. From now, I guess like with delight, shikata ga nai. There's nothing I can do about it. There's no other choice. Like I have no other choice than to look forward to from now the event of making compensate, pay for, atone the humans other than you. Meaning, make them pay. And he had said at the end of the previous chapter he was going to destroy everyone in front of Itadori's head. Okay. So I guess this is now kind of where they are. Oh, no. We've got another weird flashback. Nani, sono kao? What? That face. Like, why are you making that face? Iya. Omae ga inai to sabishi yo, Fushiguro. Okay, so this is a little bit weird because as far as we knew, when Fushiguro was little, the person that found him or whatever was Gojo. So this is a little bit of a mashup of either thoughts, memories, or something. But anyway, so what's with that face? What's with that look? Well, you, if not existing, it's sadness or loneliness, Fushiguro. So if you weren't here, I'd be sad. I'd be lonely. Okay, back to the fight. And we get, okay, this is a boon. That kind of looked like something. I'm not sure what that is. Boon. So Sukuna looks surprised, and it looks like his foot is like doing something. Ma kora ga hakai sare ore no tokusa no kage hou jutsu wa ki no ushinatte kore wa Fushiguro Megumi no. Okay. Makora. Makora was the Shikigami with the wheel. Being destroyed. Makora being destroyed. This is the 10 variety of shadow method arts or techniques. But he says Tokusa no kage hou jutsu. I guess, was it always Tokusa no? Toku is usually like special. Well, anyway. As for my 10 style shadow techniques, losing that ability, as for this, it's Megumi Fushiguro's ... Okay. So, yeah. Okay. He's saying when Makura got destroyed, however many chapters ago, his ability to use the 10 shadow techniques or whatever, he lost that ability. So as for this, meaning that's what this is, that shadow technique, he's like, it's turning into the shadow world. He's dipping down into the ground. It's Megumi doing it. Megumi's ... Okay. Kozo no kai ni yotte, due to the dissolve, the untie of the boy, yoku de shizumeta tamashi ga iki o fuki kaeshita ka? In the bath, so that was the name for the bath that Sukuna was dipping in many chapters ago. In the bath, the submerged soul breathed and returned to life? ? So Megumi's soul that was submerged in the bath, it's had breath, the life blown back into it, returned to it due to the kai of the boy. Okay, and then now Sukuna is the one to get the fist to the face. Buggy. Okay. Itadori's a little serious. Then he gets a smirk. I guess he knows what's just happened here. He's coming in. All right. Ooh, lots of punches. You get like the multiple head slaps. Bow. Okay, something's happening there. Okay, they're grabbing each other's heads. Okay, and they're both punching the sides of each other's heads. The mutual head punch. Okay. Boom. All right, so another punch, but then it looks like we get another wicker basket. Haring. All right, what do we have here? Yahari kozo no dageki wa hantenjutsu shiki de wa dou ni mo naran eikyou ga. So this is Sukuna thinking, Yahari, as I thought, as expected, as for the physical attacks, the blows of the boy, as for the punches of the boy, as for with reverse technique, however it is, not becoming effect, iyakozura ga. Iyakozura ga. Tokeru. Will dissolve, or is dissolving. So as I thought, as expected, the punches, what is Dageki again? It's like striking blows. Yeah, the blows, the strikes, the damage of the boy. With reverse technique, it's not becoming effect. So, like, yeah, nothing can be done about it. It's a helpless situation, helpless effect. A situation that there's nothing I can do about it. But the hollow wicker basket is dissolving. It's untying. It's being undone. Okay, so here comes Itadori with another punch. Okay, I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. We get like a bunch of things. And then this, we get bara. Bara is like falling apart. And that looks like the wicker thing, but like on his arm. Maybe this is supposed to be like his domain. falling apart, bara. Maybe that's what that's supposed to be. In any case, boom. Sukuna no jutsu shiki ga kaifuku shita. So this is Itadori thinking himself to himself. Sukuna's technique did restoration? Did Sukuna's techniques restore? Did he do restoration of those? Gojo sensei no teacher Gojo's ... meaning like Gojo's method. I guess. Okay. Yeah. Yaki kireta jutsushiki no risetto. So it's teacher Gojo's burnt up technique reset. All right, so I guess he's all better now. Ryoiki tenkai. Domain unfolding, domain expansion. Okay. That would not be good for Itadori. Something's happening. Okay. All right, so there's something else going on here. Oh. Kitty. And in this weird place somewhere, dangling down here is apparently one of Sukuna's fingers. So there's been something set aside here. That's the next chapter. Okay, so that's the end of the chapter. We go to puppies. We go from this to puppies. All right, that is the end of chapter 266. Sukuna is about to do domain. There's a finger. Clearly something's going to happen here. That's 266. We'll continue next time, 267. That will be 5 chapters left in the story, plus the epilogues. Next time. Okay. Wow. Given how long that chapter was, that was pretty good. Pretty good. I will take. Okay, let's read some Kyuu-chan. Part 9. 64. We're going to be finishing off this chapter. 64. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, or no, we're not. Wait, what? Wait. Oh. Okay. 1, 2. Huh, how do I undo this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7. Okay, we're just going to do it in sixes. Okay, so it's 64. 8, 9. Okay, 64 to 69. All right, let's do it. It's already 17 April. How did that happen? How did you let that happen? Why? Oh, wait, no, 69. Okay. JGK, no. Volume 4. And this is Fushigi Neko. Let's see. Is that Tsutsumi? Yes. All right, here we go. All right, let's go. Okay, let's continue with our 9th session with Fushigi Neko no Kyuu-chan in the 4th volume, Obento. Obento box lunch. 違うな、もっとこう? Okay, it's different all the more this way. And he's got a Kyara Ben book, I guess. So this is like, it's a book on how to make bento with like characters. And so he's trying to say, well, it's different. Like, I'm not getting it right. Is it more like this way? Okay, so I guess he made the bento. There's Kyuu-chan sleeping. That's popping off the thing. よかった、ちゃんときれいに食べてくれてる. I'm glad, I guess, like, properly to cleanness did the favor of eating. So I guess, like, ate it all up. Huh? じゃあ、こっちの包みは? Well then, as for the package or parcel of this direction, tsutsumu is to wrap or to tuck. But as a noun, it can mean a bundle, a package, something that's wrapped up. Ore no bun? Ore no bun. My portion, like my part. Tsukute kureta no kana? For like doing the favor of making, I wonder. So presumably this was like a gift from Kyuu-chan for making like a portion for me for having the favor of made it. Haka. I guess that's what do you call it? I want to say Parker. Parka. Thank you. Parka. Yeah, parka. Jare. Okay, playing with this in the hood, in the sleeves, or the pouch. Hinata-kun, saikin parka oi ne. Hinata-kun, lately, parkers a lot, you know? So, meaning like you've been wearing a lot of parkas lately, haven't you? 近くに来てくれるから、握手? No. Something aku. Ha'aku. Grasping, understand. Okay, so I guess like because doing the favor of arriving closer. Chikaku ni kite kureru kara. Yeah, to like closeness, meaning like closer together. And then we get, again, ha'aku, like I get it, I understand. Maybe that's Kogura responding. Presumably the chikaku ni refers to this. Anyway, okay. Kiroi ribbon, yellow ribbon. Nade, pet. Nade, pet. Nade, pet. Oh, okay. いつもは撫でるのに、あのワンコは撫でないんだ. Okay, so as for always, petting, even though, as for that wanko, as for that puppy, not petting, it is. So you're always petting the dogs, basically, but you didn't pet that wanko. Wanko is a cute little term, right? Wan is what the dogs say, wan, woof, woof. And ko, you know, small kid, so a little puppy. You didn't pet that one. 黄色いリボンについてるワンちゃんは、そっとしておいててサインなんだよ. Okay. As for dogs, and now instead of saying wanko, he says wan-chan. So, as for puppers, with a yellow ribbon attached, which is what this one had, soto shite, like leaving quietly, saying sign it is. So it's a sign that says basically leave alone. and sotto, which is like quietly or, yeah. Hey, Varanza, how are you doing? Okay, there you go. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Benkyou ni naru na. It becomes towards studying, doesn't it? Meaning basically like I learned something. Things I learned. Benkyou ni naru. I did not know that either. Yellow ribbon, don't pet. Is that Ichimura Ame no Ame Yarori? All right, let's see what this is. Is that Mura? Yeah. All right. Ame Yarori, like taking shelter from the rain. All right, it's going to be Ama Yarori. Yeah. Ama Yarori. Okay, taking shelter from the rain of, like, I guess, rain in the village. I wonder, let's see. Mura. Oh, Ison. Ison ame no. I guess, like, again, taking shelter from the rain from, like, the whole village. From, like, rain across the entire village, I guess. Ison ame. Ame da. Oide. Okay, it's rain. Come here. That's the umbrella, I guess, popping open. Choi, choi. Come on, come on. Choi, choi. That's like beckoning. Oh, so Kyuu-chan is, beckoning to the bird. Soup. And then we get also a frog and a snail. So this is what, like, the whole town taking shelter from the rain, I guess. Ongaku tai ga dekisou da. Okay, another a music band, a music group seeming to be possible. It is. So it's like a music group. So they're all making music, apparently. I don't know the sounds that a snail makes, but. Okay. Is that Miken? What do we have here? Oh, Ajimi. Ajimi Gakari. So sample tasting. The Gakari, I guess, like similar to, or depending on, in the middle of. Anyway, something about sampling tasting, meaning like food. Koto, koto, stirring. Goo. Tsumami kui wa dame da yo. Tsumami is the knob. No. Tsumami. What do we want here? The knob. Oh, a snack? Maybe that's it. Snack. Yeah. Either that or pinch. Side dish. So as for like snacking, it's no good, right? Maybe that's it. B. Okay, Kyuu-chan is pointing to the ladle. Ajimi o shite kureru n da ne? Doing the favor of doing sampling, isn't it? Ja, ajimi o no sara o motte kite kureru? Well then, doing the favor of coming and bringing a plate for the use of sampling. I guess, like, will you do me the favor? Yeah, okay. Basically, you're going to do the favor of doing sampling. So then why don't you do me the favor of bringing a plate for the purposes of sampling? Koku, nod. Okiku detta ne. A big one came out, didn't it? Okay. So, not quite sampling. Machi kirenu. Not able to wait. Not able to wait. Yeah, okay. Konbini no potato katte kita yo. I came and brought potato chips from the convenience store. Okay. Gasa, that's the bag rustling as it hits. Up. Pya. Chomp. And what does that say? Oshibori. Oshibori, isn't that like a hot towel? That is not potato. Yeah, wet towel. Yeah, kore wa oshibori. This, as for this, is a wet towel. Usually hot, but okay, kore wa ketchup. As for this, it's ketchup. Hamu. Hamusu. Kore wa yubi. As for this, finger. Okay, so not able to wait. Potato. So I guess he was pulling them out. He pulled everything out. Not able to wait. All right, there we go. We're going to pause there. We'll continue here next time. I think that will finish off this chapter. 1, 2. Yeah, okay, we'll finish off this section next time here. There you go. Check that out. We'll see what that's going to be next time. All right. Ripping along here. Oops. I already did that. Da, da, da. We got a new chapter. We finished Dead Cross. This is going to be what? Chapter 45? I think it's chapter 45. Yeah. We're going from chapter 40 to chapter 45. Okay, volume 2, chapter 45, part 1. Okay, add that to our thing here. AstroBoy, volume 2, chapter 40. So we wrapped up Dead Cross. We learned the secret that Dead Cross actually looked like, of course, a ragu. Okay. Okay, maybe that'll be a good stop point. Here we go. All right. Here we go. All right, let's read chapter 45 in volume 2 of Astro Boy, Daisan no Majutsushi. The, like, three magicians. Three magicians is kind of the good translation for this. Daisan no Majutsushi. New story. It looks like we're starting with another post-looking Tezuka. So the story didn't normally start this way, but now it's kind of like a modern look back. 昭和何年だったかなあれは、ソ連から兄弟魔術団というのが何回か日本へ来たのだ。Okay, so they're at like a, doesn't quite look like a circus, but maybe like a magic performance, which would make sense from the title. During the Showa era, for several years it was, I guess. As for that, from the Soviet Union, Soren, Kyo, a Kyo big, like, magic group called thing. So that was their name. Kyo big magic group. Several times towards Japan came. All right, so this group called Kyo, whatever, came to Japan several times during the Showa era. And I guess we could probably look that up. It probably was a famous magic troupe. Actually, you know what? Let me try to do that right now. Soviet Union Kyo Magic Group. Yeah, okay. Russian illusionist Igor Kyo. That's probably it. All right, so there we go. この第三の魔術師はその頃に書かれた作品でね。As for this three magicians, meaning the name of this story. So as for this story, the three magicians, towards that time written work it is. So this story was a work that was written about this event. Han, それで魔術師の名前がキニオなんですね。Like, huh? With that, the name of the magician is Kino. It is, isn't it? So, that's right. It is that way. Oh, I guess the name of the magician in the story is going to be Kino, which is why that comes from Kyo. So that's why. Okay. That's right. Majutsu te ieba. If say magician, majutsu. Let's look that up actually just to kind of settle that. Yeah, like it's really black magic, like demon arts. If you say majutsu, black magic, sorcery, then the majutsu shi is a master. So the master of the arts, master of sorcery, magician. Oh, there you go. You can see that right down here. If you say majutsu, どうしてアトムの指はページによって4本になったり5本になったり If you say magic, why, as for the fingers of Adam, due to the pages, becoming towards 4 fingers and becoming towards 5 fingers. Peiji ni yotte. Okay. So something about the number of fingers on Adam's hand, maybe it changes or changed. Hora, ima wa honban da. Check it out. As for now, it's 4 fingers, honbon, or yonhon. Oh, hora mata gohon ni natta. And check it out. Again, it's become 5 fingers. Pen nano? It's weird. It's strange. Omo, soitsu wa mataku ii kagen nano da. As for that, it's wholly ii kagen. A good plus or minus? I hate kagen. I do not understand kagen. Oh, irresponsible. It's wholly irresponsible. That's what we want. That's wholly irresponsible, careless. Okay, so maybe that'll happen in the story. We're going to see sometimes 5 fingers, sometimes 4 fingers. 話せば長いことながら、若い頃僕はアメリカの漫画映画が好きだった。Okay, like if step back, long event while doing. 話せば長いことながら. As for me, young time. American manga artist was likable. Okay, so there was a manga artist that he liked, I guess, that Tezuka liked when he was young, maybe for a long time. Why Hanaseba? I guess in this case, it's like to explain. Like if I describe it, if I explain it, there was this long period when he was young that there was a American manga artist that he liked. Mukashi no America no manga eiga no shujinkou wa minna yubi ga 4 hon datta no da. As for the main characters of the American manga for a long time ago, the fingers were 4 fingers. And so he's explaining. So that's how it was. In American manga for a long time. It's funny, in The Simpsons, they still do 4. Anyway, なぜそうなってるのか決まった理由はないのだけれど Why that way becoming? Like, why did it become that way? As for the decided reason, as for the reason that happened, it doesn't exist. Nobody knows why it became that way. 5本書いてアニメーションで動かすと6本に見えるからだという説もある. Okay, so drawing 5 fingers in animation, when they move, because it's visible as 6 fingers, that sort of a explanation also exists. So now here he is moving his hand really fast and showing how apparently now it's more like this idea of like 6 fingers. I guess like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't count the thumb. Mada aru atomu no ke wa. And also existing, or again, still existing, is as for Adam's hair. Yoko o muite mo dokara mite mo. Oh, yeah. Even facing from the side, and even from whatever direction you look, kanarazu ni hon mieru. Without fail, it's 2 points that are visible. So he's pointing out these other like kind of funny things about the way stuff is drawn. Like no matter how you look at him, from the front, facing from the side, or however you look at him, it's always 2 points. Kore mo anime no uso da. This thing also is the lie of anime, meaning just uso in this case is just a way to say like the illusion. じゃあ、アトムのまつげが5本なのはどういうわけなの? Oh, okay. So, well then, Adam's eyelashes, as for that being 5 eyelashes, hon, what's the reason for that? どういうわけなの? So, matsuge is eyelashes. Oh no, this is pretty funny actually. So you can see, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sensei no dango pana ni botsu botsu ana ga aru no wa doushite? Okay, so now all the kids are like throwing in questions of things that don't make sense. So the teacher's dango pana. Dango pana. Oh, okay. So dango is the dumplings. You usually see them on a skewer, usually like 3 of them. Dango hana, nose. It's just a nose that's shaped like a dango. Botsu botsu. Gradually here and there, spots, pimples. Oh. And as for like a hole being opened, why? So they're asking now why his nose looks like this. It's got the botsu botsu ana. The pimple holes opened up here and there. Why is that? Tamao no atama ga bozu gari nano wa naze desu ka? And someone else is asking, Tamao's head, we don't really know who Tamao is at this moment. At least I don't recall who they are. Tamao's head, a bozu reaping. As for that, like, why is that? Bozu, isn't that just the guardian? Yeah. Bolzugari. Oh, closely cropped hair. Okay, Bolzugari. So why does Tamao have closely cropped hair? Urusai botsu hajimaru zo shizuka ni shiro. Okay, you're noisy. This is Tezuka giving up and finally saying, be quiet. Be quiet. Botsu. I guess like, oh, that we already saw. Botsu. Will begin. Due towards quiet. Now, I think here now, botsu we saw with the nose. Like here and there, spots, pimples. It can also mean gradually beginning, meaning the show's about to start. So be quiet. All right. So I think that is now technically this is when he says the show's about to start. This is the actual start of the manga, the story that was originally published, right? So there we go. Wow, wow, wow. Pachi, wow, wow. So this is the crowd cheering, clapping. では皆さん、いよいよお待ちかね、世界的魔術師機能の登場でございます。Okay, so well then, everyone, finally, I guess like finally, like you've waited, haven't you? The worldly sorcerer magician Kino's appearance on stage it is. Sekai Teki is a little bit of a weird world. I think this means like world famous, but Sekai Teki. It literally just means worldness. Yeah, global, world famous. It doesn't really have like fame like Yume in it, but it's like worldness. Anyway, world famous magician Kino doing appearance on stage. All right, there's the crowd. Look at all these wonderful people. Pachi, clapping. Nippon no minasama. Everyone of Japan. So we get the older word for Japan, Nippon, and minasama being very polite. Notice the ringmaster here, or whatever you want to call him, also de gozaimasu, very polite. Kore kara watashi no mahou o omen ni kakemasu. From here on, my magic, the magic of me, I guess like, will perform before the eye. I think that's ome is supposed to be like meh, but like politely. Yeah. Will do before your eyes. Ome. Light eyes. Okay, so there's the kids. Maybe this is Tamao. One of these is Tamao. Anyway. Aitsu no mahou sugoi ndazo. That guy's magic is incredible, you know? Nanishiro ningen ga buta ni nattari ahiru ga. Okay. Somehow, humans to pigs becoming and things like that. And ahiru. So somehow he turns people into pigs. And ahiru. Domestic ducks. I mean, I guess he turns people into ducks or something. Or he does something with ducks. Urusei na damatte kiitero yo. So there's urusai again, like you're noisy. Shut up. Be quiet and listen, okay? Bari. Now he's chomping loudly on whatever these are. Chi, sochi no hou ga yoppodo urusai yo. Yeah, like humph. Your direction is incredibly, very much noisy. Yoppodo, very much urusai, noisy. Like you're the one being noisy. Mazu saisho ni, first, in the very beginning. Basa, flap. Kote, shirabe wa. Kote. I don't know what that is. Oh, kote shirabe is a tryout, a preliminary test or trial. So like a small hand test. Investigation. Wait, that's not shirabe. No, it is shiraberu. Yeah, to investigate. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So basically something simple to start out. その鳩の止まった方恐れ入りますが、おいでください. Okay, so someone in the audience is saying that pigeon's tomatakata, stopped person, osore irimasu. It's something, please come this way. So maybe the pigeon was supposed to rest on this guy's head. Yeah, osore iru. Begging pardon. To be amazed. Yeah, so I guess tomatakata. Kata probably person. But he's saying like, sorry about that. Like, please come here. So again, maybe the pigeon was supposed to land on him. Anyway. Sate kore nara? Well then, from here, becoming this way. Shounen no kono mama buta ni shite mimashou. Okay, so apparently that selected him to be turned into a pig. Boy, as is, to pig, let's do. Let's try turning into a pig as it is this boy. Hakko e dozo, please, into the box. Yabai, yadai. Oh no. Oh, yadai, not yabai. Yadai, it's detestable. Like, no. Hey. Goran no tori, according as visible. Sorry, please look, as you can see. Butao, pig, piggy, butao. この豚が一瞬にして
R.I.P.
R.I.P. You even got the glasses. Tonkatsu ni agemasu. Okay, this pig in an instant, like, let's make into tonkatsu, which is pork cutlets. No. Oh, bakemas, to change into. Bakeru. Hagemas is not going to make any sense. Tonkatsu ni bakemas. Yeah, to transform into. It's still got the glasses on. Kondo wa tonkatsu kara moshi moshi kame yo. Okay, and as for this next time, from tonkatsu, it's a moshi moshi turtle, which I'm only guessing because I see a turtle over here. Moshi moshi turtle. Moshi moshi kame. Why is it a moshi moshi kame? Anyways, a hello turtle. I don't know what that. Maybe it's a specific type of turtle. Hi, kame-san ni narimashita. Tsugi wa? All right, good. As for next, for they having become Mr. Turtle, so he's just going to keep doing this. Kino-san, Mr. Kino. Tama-chan. Okay, that was Tamao. Tama-chan o ijime naide. Ijime naide kudasai. Kawaisou desu. Please don't bully. Please don't tease Tama-chan. It's like, it seems pathetic. Presumably it means like referring to him being sad or pathetic. Kawaisou. Ahaha. Kimi wa tomodachi omoe da ne. Kanshin. So he laughs and says, as for you, tomodachi omoi, like you're thinking about your friends, right? That's admirable, or it's yeah, well done, admirable. and tomodachi omoi. That's literally like thoughts of your friends. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Honmono no Tama-chan wa kochi ni iru yo. As for Tama-chan, the real thing, it's existing in this direction. So the real Tama-chan's over here. Are? Huh? Sochi ni ita no kai nana. What? In that direction existed? It's weird. So what? He was over there? That's strange. Ah ha ha. これは20世紀時代にもあった簡単な記述ですよ. So he laughs and says, as for this, a 20th century, even in the 20th century, existed simple kijutsu it is. And kijutsu here is trick, magic, sleight of hand. Okay. Ima no maho no tane akashi. Okay, so now's magic's trick clarification, akashi. So tane here is like trick or knack, and tane akashi is disclosing the secret of a trick. So akashi, to elucidate, to clarify. Okay, tane akashi of the ima no maho, the magic trick of just now. Kagami is mirrors. So there's mirrors, kagami, and then garasu, glass. Mazu hidari no yona hako ga arimasu. So first, I guess like a box exists like on the left. Now, presumably that just means like on the left over here. A, B wa soto kara wa mienai heya desu. So as for A and B, from the outside, not visible rooms they are. So these are chambers, rooms, A and B, that are not visible from the outside. So kagami, mirror, glass. Ima A no heya ni nani ka iremasu to, kagami no hansha de mannaka no heya ni iru you ni miemasu. Now, in the room of A, so in A, somebody or something, if you put in something into the room of A, through the hansha of the mirror, which is reflection of the mirror, hansha, it becomes visible in the manner of the chamber in the exact center. So direct center's room in their existing manner becomes visible. So there we go. Standing there becomes visible as though it's in the center. Oh boy. B no heya no naka ni irete mo onaji you ni mannaka no heya ni iru you ni miemasu. Even if put into the inside of the chamber of B, in the same manner, direct center room existing manner is visible. So basically, if you also put something in B, it becomes visible in the exact center room. There's the B. Moshi A to B no heya o kawari banko ni kuraku suru to kagami ni wa A ga utsuttari B ga utsuttari suru no de sugata ga kawaru you ni mieru no desu. O wakari na kana? All right, so if the rooms of A and B, kawari banko, banko. So he's saying exchange, kawari banko. Alternatively, due to darkness. if you do darkening, alternatively, the rooms of A and B, so there's B turning dark. As for in the mirror, A being reflected and B being reflected doing because that. So if you alternate it, what becomes visible changes. The form, the shape, changing manner being visible, it is. So there we go. You just switch the lights and that changes what's visible in the middle. Is it understanding, I wonder? Basically, do you understand? Motto yororo karu toki wa koko ni irete oku. And then all the more various exchanging times as for that in this place put in advance. So you put in here other things you want to change in advance. So there's the turtle. This is just Kakami again, mirrors. There we go. さて今のは時代遅れの記述でして、それからいよいよ宇宙時代の大魔術. Well then, as for the thing now, an era 遅れの okure, like old? Okure. Delayed? Postponement? Belated? Okure jidai. Okure no jidai. I guess, or jidai okure no kijutsu deshite. He's calling it an old technique, an old trick. Okay. Well, that thing just now is that. So from here on, various space generation big magic tricks. Yeah, okay. So he's starting out with this, again, like Jidai Okure, which I'm going to guess is like old generation. So. Hey, okay, so space generation. Boom. Zubon, boom. Rockets. Hey, Supreme. Hope you had a good nap. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. And this little guy is always seems to be like some sort of Easter egg or something. So he popped out of one of the rockets. Kya, kya. So screams of delight. Mujuryoku no jutsu. Juryoku is gravity. So like no gravity trick. The trick of no gravity. One. Oh. Okay. So that's the space age magic, I guess. Otsugi wa fusen dama o narabete. So as for next, otsugi. So he's using polite prefix of o on a lot of things, like we saw o wakari earlier. Otsugi wa. So next, lining up balloons. Fusen dama. Oh. Uchujin no dansu o omise shimasu hai. Oh, sorry. Omise shimasu hai. Okay. We'll do showing of the alien dance. Here we go. Hai. So now the balloons become aliens. Yai inchiki. Okay, someone's upset and saying like inchiki. Oh, like you're a bogus, you're a cheat, fake magic tricks. A traveler of selling of magic tricks? Yes, that's what he is. Mochiron majutsu wa honmono no maho ja arimasen. Of course, as for sorcery, real thing of sorcery, it is not. Or real magic, it is not. So, Majutsu is not real Maho magic. I guess you could consider Majutsu like the art, demonic arts being Maho, more about demonic law. Anyway, Goku 簡単な種があります。みんな私が考えたのです。Okay, so Goku. Oh, very much, I guess. Yeah, so very much simple tricks, techniques exist. Everyone, I 考えたのです. I'm the one like thinking, pondering. 考える. Can 考える mean anything that's like will teach? Like I'm the one that is thinking about it or considering it. So that's a little bit weird. All right, well. ふふん。昨日のやつめ。いばってやがる. Okay, so apparently there's someone in the back of the stadium or the back of this thing with, that's what these panels are about. So this person's laughing. That dude, Kino, and we see Yatsume. So they do not like Kino, Yatsume. Me is contempt, like that bastard. Kino. Ibaru. Oh, putting on airs. You're acting big, you're putting on airs, you're being domineering, that sort of thing. And this person adds in yagaru, which is also contempt. Like, how dare you swagger around, be proud, act big like that. Konya aratamete ome ni kakaru zo. This evening, giving up? Aratameru? No. Aratamete. Once again? Once again, omeni kakaru will be recognized. Maybe they're talking about themselves. Like this evening, like I'm the one that's going to get recognition. Or something like that. Okay, so they're going to go do something. They've got crazy spiked hair, so we'll see what that means. では、最後に一番難しい投下術をご覧ください. Well then, like for the final thing, like this is in the most end, the final thing, the first difficult toka jutsu, like transparent technique. No, penetration technique. What is that? Transmission permeation technique. Please look at. Please observe the most difficult, the number one difficult toka jutsu. Toka jutsu. Again, toka meaning penetration or permeation transmission technique or trick. All right, get this in the right spot. この鉄板は厚さが50センチもあります. Okay, as for this steel plate, as for this teppan, the thickness exists as much as 50 centimeters. So that's how thick it is. この通り穴は開きません. With it like this, according like this, as for holes will not open. So it's not going to open up holes. Gang. He does whatever. Sa kitamae. So, well then, come on. So kitamae. Tamae is the command form for kuru, to come. Well, tamae is added onto ki. Anyway, come at me. It's a command. Go. 思いっきり私にドーンとぶつかれ. With all your might. As much as you can, to me, crush with a don. Butsukare. Collide with me. Butsukaru. With a don. So smush me. Smush me flat. And that's where we're going to pause. It's about 10 pages. This story is about 90 pages, so it'll take us about 9 sessions to get through. So it's a big story. There's 2 major chapters in this book. And the last one's just a few. So we're gonna, whoop, perfect timing. We're gonna pause there. We'll continue with, what is it? Daisan no Majutsushi. The 3 magicians. So we've only seen one so far. Maybe we've seen the second. Who knows? We'll find out maybe next time. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Do-do-do-do-do-do. The magicians were, yeah, they were all the people in the audience. Everyone became magicians through fiat. Fait accompli, as they say. All right. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, can I hang on? I think I can hang on. Let's try to hang on. Oh, we'll get back to doing the shirt here. Oh, and we got ads starting in like a minute, but we're going to go back. We're going to try to hang on to 10 here because Chicken Meister will hopefully be on in a little bit. And we'll raid in the chicken, and then I will attempt to hang on for a little bit before I go to bed. All right, let's get to it here. Yeah, the sweater. It's we're on the sleeves, and it's coming along pretty well. Although I think it's too big. So I'm not quite sure that we need to do the sleeves as long as the pattern says. But I'm gonna do a few rounds, then I'll test and see how they look. So this is the sleeve now forming. So we're just kind of going around. Strangely enough, I don't know, Supreme, if you've done much crochet clothing, shirts, but do patterns typically still turn on the sleeve? Or do they kind of just go around? Oh, there go the ads. That was one thing I was a little bit surprised about. Because we're in essence now in the round. We're in the round. So you would theoretically not have to change direction. But they still do, which I find to be a little bit odd, especially because your wrong side row are these chains and single crochets. So you're not really going to see any difference. So it seems a little silly to still be changing direction. You've only done hexacardies in your turn. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Like when in most knitting patterns, the moment you go in the round, you stop turning. Like, isn't there a bit of ridge? Well, I guess we'll see how much of the ridge happens. That's also kind of the concern, is like crochet always ends up with a little bit of like nasty scar tissue. Yeah. They do it a little bit funny in a way that might help reduce that. So we'll see. Oh, I should put the music back on. Let's get the music. Okay. Your hexacardy has a ridge when you turn and not when you don't. Oh, yeah. Yeah, ridge along the stitches. Oh, not when you go up. Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe there would be like a ridge. mean, like maybe that sort of like ridge would be less prominent if you didn't turn. It's not a huge deal. It's just I was a little bit surprising of like, oh, okay. But I've got very little experience on shirts, so it's not like I have a lot of comparison. The one big cable sweater that I did, the shirts were knitted flat and then sewn together with a mattress stitch, basically. And the shirt that I just finished knitting, that was done in the round. The sleeves were done in the round. So, and also the knitting did something that this doesn't do, which is the knitting does that shirt that I did started with like a little bit of like up here, and then, you know, a little bit more, and then a little bit more. So it was doing like a bit of a cap, and then it did the sleeve. This is just sleeve. So I don't think it's going to end up being shaped very well. The top of the row with the V's, if you always go around, the V's are angled inward all the time. If you turn, one will be slightly angled inward and outward for the next row. Oh, okay, it does create a texture. Yeah, I guess that's, you gotta, I mean, it's what we were doing all along, so I guess it keeps the look constant. How far are we to being done? We're on the sleeves, and I made a mistake. I needed to order yet another skein of yarn. So that's on its way. So I can't do the other sleeve, but when we finish this sleeve, which we could probably finish tomorrow, as my guess, we can then work on the collar. We can do the collar and the what do you call it? The banding for the where the buttons are going to go. We can do that because that requires we can use the other parts of the yarn. So we'll have plenty to do. When I'm streaming next, you have a hexie where you didn't turn. Oh, you one did. Okay. Oh yeah. No, that'd be interesting. It seems like one of those like minor texture things. It's like, well, okay. Like with this hat, it's kind of hard to show, but like I think I ended up doing like back loop stitching for every row rather than just like sort of full on stitching, which was a little bit different. And then finally I switched for this. So you get kind of the ridged effect all the way through. I think that was a little bit unintentional, but it worked. Yeah, I don't think we're too far off. I mean, depending on when the yarn comes in, that's probably the slowest point at this point. Like, I think if I had the yarn today, we would definitely be done with this by the end of next week. But I don't think I'm going to get the yarn until the end of next week, so. You're trying to plan out the double knit scarf? You're thinking of Condor. Oh, Colors for Gondor. Nice. Oh, that's gonna be great. Great. That's right. This is trying to trap me in forever. Yeah. No. Keep working on this forever. Both sleeves are the same, even if they were different from the body. You don't think it would be a big deal. But that's why, oh yeah, that's why they make you do it in the round. Or make you turn even in the round. Forever, endeavor, 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 endeavor. Yeah, I'm curious like how well the gradation keeps up. Oh, the camera's doing the weird thing again. Let me try to like not move much. Supreme, when's your next stream? Are you streaming tomorrow or definitely Sunday? Tomorrow, noon and 10 a.m. Sunday. There we go. Be sure to check that out. Supreme is going for partner. They things seem to be going well so far. Seems like things are going well. I hope they are. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you saw, but you will be getting another yeah. You will be getting another calligraphy item. So, oops, I didn't stop the recording. Crap. Stop. Yeah, you won last month, so I need to get those out. Is your address the same? Like if I send to the same address as last time? Yeah, you won again. Yeah. I'm gonna get those out hopefully Monday, Tuesday next week. It is the same. Okay. The calligraphy that for this month is a little simple. It's the calligraphy for the horse zodiac. So this is the year of the horse. So it is the kanji for the zodiac horse, which is actually also the same kanji as the character for noon. Okay, I'll double check, make sure that's the one that I have. Oh, okay, there we go. So you can see this is the row. The row is just like a slip stitch join. So it seems to be pretty. It seems to be pretty, whatever you want to call it, like invisible. Given the way that this row is set up. Like that's where the turn point is. So I think it's relatively invisible. Yeah, it's joining with a slip stitch. And it took me a while to realize, but so the trebles, when you do your first treble, you actually do a single crochet and 2 chains. So that's what gets you the height to have a stitch. So you do a single crochet, 2 chains, and then 2 treble crochets. And so that's what gets you the height for that first stitch on the turn, which is interesting. Ah, all right, let's see. So now we're going to be doing the single crochet and chain. So the pattern is pretty simple. In one direction, you're doing this single crochet and 2 chains. And that creates, the 2 chains create a little pocket space. Like that, you can see there's the pocket space with the 2 chains. That creates the pocket space in which you put 3 treble crochets when you're going back the other direction. So it's pretty simple from that perspective. You tell your students they have to chain up to go up the stairs to the next level. Yeah, there you go. Oop, oh. I didn't like that. I'm trying not to get too excited because tomorrow is pizza day. I'm trying out a new to me pizza dough recipe. And I've got a new baking steel. So I picked up a steel plate for baking pizza. And I've also got like another pan that I'm going to be trying out. So it's going to be interesting. I'm either going to be really delighted or underwhelmed. I'm trying not to get too much expectation. That's right. I'm going to send you a pizza brick. It's funny when you read the instructions from the steel place. They're like, 6 to 7 minutes for your pizza on the steel. And then the directions I have, it's like 23 to 25 minutes. Like, I'll be watching this thing. But the pizza looks absolutely gorgeous, so I have to trust the process. The one sad thing, I was not able to find broccoli rabe, so I'm going to be using baby broccoli. Not quite the same. Not quite the same. I'm also adding mushrooms. Me and Ship, 2 peas in a pod, not getting excited. Yes. Kitchen pans. Well, so I'm also going to be doing a kitchen renovation, which I am very excited about. I was explaining the schematic shift earlier. I lived in this place for 14 years, which seems like a long time. And there have been a number of things that have never been great about it. The kitchen. Are you excited? You say for what? I get to use my new pan. Yeah. That is exciting. Or I get to make that new recipe. Yeah, right? Ah, that's exciting. You probably do the same thing to him, right? Are you excited? What? I get to use the new crafting tool, or I get to use the new paper. Please tell me you do. Yes, I'm so excited for you, honey. You do? Okay, good. That is exciting. I'm hoping, so I had to put in an order for DMC floss. I'm hoping, perhaps among vain hope, that it comes in tomorrow. Oh, I can track it? Monday, no! Curses. Oh, well. It's coming from Texas. Maybe it'll make it faster. Come on, mail service. You can't just be excited for him. Oh, you have to be excited with him. Okay. You ask him, he's not as supportive. He just says you're weird. Wow. Does he have like a new pan or new recipe dance or song? That would be great. We got a new pan in the oven, a new pan in the oven. Oh, okay. I guess Google Drive is deciding to reboot. It's always fun when that happens. No dance. Sometimes he has sung a song. Okay, not often. Look at this. Oh no. Aren't you excited? And I guess you can't dare respond like, where did you get that? Another one, where are we going to put that? Oh man. That's the problem I have right now, right? At least like with the baking steel, that can stay in the oven. But I picked up a Lloyd pan, which is a really heavy duty aluminum pan. And yeah, don't dare say that. I picked up a Lloyd pan and it's a big baking sheet. And I'm like, oh, I don't know where I'm going to put this one. So that is the secret behind the kitchen renovation, which is I am banking on getting more space. I need more space. I should get more space out of it. Oh, yeah, cast iron. Are you excited? I'm going to season my cast today. Oh, no. I've got a couple cast iron skillets. Until you bought him some and he said, why did you buy me this? Oh, no. But you get so excited. But not for this. Like, oh. You can't win. That's right. You love cast iron. I want to make you happy. It's not the right kind. Oh, you bought me pink paper. I already have pink paper. Oh, no. You feel you have your reverse the traditional roles. Hey, that's solid. Wait a minute. Okay, there we are. That's where we're... Wait. Yeah. Okay. Well, are there any big cooking plans for tomorrow then for ship? For me, it's just a pizza. Oh, I'm there. And suddenly we're here. Okay, so that is the cross stitch. That's the starting cross stitch. So I'm gonna slip into that. Or sorry, cross stitch. That was the starting single crochet. It's time for me to go to bed, I think. You're on to bed. Hey, Sherman's Fire. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will endeavor to get the microscope tree in tomorrow. Have a good night. Oh, I was going to write down shirt progress. Okay, so we did row 5. Set up row 6. Okay, so we're on row 6. In every way, he's 10 years younger, acts 10 years older. There we go. Well, maybe that's better than the other way around. Okay, I already turned this, didn't I? Yeah, because we're on the outside now. No rush. Hey, no worries. No worries. There's some work I have to do tomorrow for work. It's either that or Sunday, but I doubt I'm going to get to it Sunday, so I got to do it tomorrow. You don't want to be waking tomorrow? He'll surely ask you if you're excited for it. Whatever it'll be, yeah. Or you ask him what's for supper, he'll say food. Yeah, there we go. That's the classic. Do you guys ever do the fend for yourself night? That was growing up. That's what my mom did on Sundays, Sunday night. Just fend for yourself. Like, I make the food all week. Sundays, it's up to you. You do? Okay, sometimes you do. All right. Two times a week now. All right. Yeah, when I was growing up, the fend for yourself night was typically just like whatever I could microwave or, you know, cook in the toaster oven. So, like, eh. Or leftovers, which would sometimes happen. Yeah, okay, yes. We have too many leftovers. Well, it's a funny thing, right? So I made this dough. I've got 2 batches of dough now, and it's like 450 grams of dough. Yeah, of flour. That was before stretching it and rolling into a ball. So it's now in like 250 gram balls ish in the fridge. And I'm going to make the first pizza tomorrow. Just because I probably won't have time, I will probably make the second pizza on Sunday. Just because I probably won't have time during the week, which means I'm going to have a lot of pizza. Or alternatively, I just may eat, 2 pizzas over the weekend, which is also a possibility. You had 6? Now you have 3. And him. He's the 4th kid, yeah. He hasn't really cut down on how much he makes. Oh, okay. I really like this. Wow. Yeah, you're still getting like twice as much food. Yikes. Wow. Where are the three kids that are remaining? Where are they in their maturing? They're ripening. That sounds weird. I'll stop. The my brother, who is 7 years older than me, has 4 kids, and the youngest are twins, but they just turned like 23 or something like that. So they've been removed from the home for some time, but they all still live in the same area more or less. Doo -doo. Oh, see, like I always goof up somewhere there. It's weird. This pull through should be the easiest, and I mess it up more the times than I should. Oh, okay. There's our next knot. So one of our threads is changing. It's probably going from a reddish purple to a bluish purple. There we go. There's the knot. I can't quite tell. The purples are very similar. Oops. There it is again, man. A little hard to see again. There's like, yeah, you can see it, right? There's a purple that's more red, and there's a purple that's more blue. So it's actually 2 different purples. So again, one of our threads switched from the more red to the more blue. No, actually we're going back the other way. So it's actually going from blue to red. So we're going more red. I forgot we're back to the normal. We were doing the reverse gradient earlier. That's still on my brain. So we're headed towards the black. All right. Quarter till. All right, we're doing pretty good. Do, 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 do. I have generally been snagging less, which is good. That has definitely been one of the 2 major banes on this project. Oh, you know what? It's too late, but I should have changed the stream category back. Crafting. Oops. Final sleeve? Question mark. It is not the final sleeve, but I don't want to type anything else. All right. Too late. Done. You're working on a filet crochet piece. It's kind of like this, but not really. Oh, is it, oops. Are you doing like a, what do you call it? Like a pattern where you're putting some sort of like single double crochet or whatever to like mark, like the underpants that, Crafty did? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, it probably feels similar in the sense of like, I'm kind of doing a fillet crochet, but I'm filling in every square or filling in every pixel of the image. I have not done that style. I guess maybe at some point I'll pick up a pattern that does that. Oh, a Twitch panel. Yeah. Okay. I saw, was it Anne was working on one? She's gotten like the first couple rows done and about to get to where the white lettering is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was kind of curious when you do the color swapping there. Is that something where you can, like corner to corner, where you try to carry the thread sometimes, depending on the situation, or do you always like start and stop a new bobbin, depending where you are? I haven't done much in that style. And I've done a few pieces where you do like, you carry two threads at the same time and you hide one inside the other, sort of a thing. But I haven't done a lot that way. Oh, okay. You only see it with the same color. Not sure how it works to bring in other colors. Got it. Okay, got it. Yours is gonna be all purple. Nicey. So you'll, where the letters are, you'll leave those like that empty. Or open. Oh, okay. The letters will be, got it. Interesting. Well, what, do you have a sense of like timing for the partner stuff? Like, if I recall correctly, you need to have like a previous month. So that is like 60 days. You actually have to like have fully completed 2 months. Or like on day 32, does it count? Oh, okay. It's all right. Oof. It's a marathon and a sprint. Okay, you're almost 4 weeks, another 4. Yeah, no, it seems like things are going great. So that's a good sign. And you have to maintain during the review. Ugh, okay. Yeah, minimum 2 months. It's funny, right? I tend to stream every day, more or less, but you know, I'm pretty low key chill. It's not like I'm trying to, you know, fan the flames, rev it up, etc., be excited, you know, do all the things. So the time thing is like, yeah, whatever, but the energy is the amazing thing. So that's remarkable. Yeah. 1 month locked in. That's good. So like the last month has looked good numbers wise. That's good. Good. Yeah, good. Are you I'm kind of curious, like given the schedule you've set, have you seen some days that are like just routinely harder? Like it seems like sometimes Sunday and the weekends are harder, like more people are just out, which makes sense. But I'm guessing you see that more clearly with bigger numbers, bigger fluctuations. Sundays usually been good if you do a speed run, okay. But I mean, like in general, is it noticeable that things are just generally less on the weekends, or is it like all pretty similar? Oh, it's time of day more so. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome on in. I've got anonymous follows here, so if you want to say hello or just lurk, feel free either way. We're just gonna be working on this a little bit more. You notice if you stream at a different time than people used to, it's tough. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. It's funny, like when I get on, which is typically 4 p.m. Eastern, I'm usually catching the tail end of Europe. So I usually get like initially a more European crowd, but then they taper off as most people go to bed. And then slowly, like the American crowd, North American crowd, Western Hemisphere crowd comes in. But then I'm usually then in bed before everyone on the West Coast is really getting going. So like I'm typically not on this late. I'm usually gone already like 30-40 minutes ago. But on Fridays, Chicken Meister streams and Sundays, and so if I can hang in on Fridays, I typically try to stay on to raid into him. So like weekday evenings were not good until you started the push, but great for others. Okay. Interesting. Oops. Weekend you find 2 p.m. would taper off. Okay. Europeans heading out for the evenings, having supper with family, and Americans were still out for the afternoon. Yeah, I've noticed. Occasionally I've gotten on at like noon or 2 o'clock early for me to play video games, and it's usually like crickets. Although I haven't done that in a while. And then if I'm whatever, then things like pick up around 4 or 5. That's so sometimes I've thought like, oh, maybe I should hop on. I'm like, I'll just play video games and just not stream. It's also something I don't do very frequently. So if I start with that, that typically is not a good starter for me. That's kind of like the same with the manga, right? The manga tends to, it depends, but the manga will tend to drive, people will depart. So it's like, well, it's not as, I guess not as chill as just watching crochet or knitting. But. All right, it's almost 10 o'clock. I'm still gonna have to process the videos from tonight. But actually we made some good progress. We finished off the crochet squares. So we've got our 5 crochet squares converted into coasters. So these will go to our winners from March. We turned our crochet squares into coasters. The great thing about this, these are shippable in envelopes. So very much cheaper to get out to people. So those will go out. I will get the calligraphy ready this weekend and get those ready to ship next week. And then in 2 weeks, we're at the end of April and we'll draw 10 more giveaways. They look great. Oh, thank you. You know, it's funny. They like, here's an undone one, right? So I still need to sew in the loose ends and then put a border on it. So that's what we've been doing. But they do look so much nicer when they've got the border on them. It gets them, and obviously when they're cleaned up. So it does make a huge difference. This one will be a little bit trickier. I'll just have to make up, you know, a deeper stitch, half double crochet, half double crochet, single crochet or something. But fortunately, I'm not, the one thing I found annoying about this pattern or this kit was that, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, put a border on with 13 stitches, a corner 13, etc. But it's like, your stitches aren't always like 13, and this is always a mess. So if you were going to join them together, that would be way more annoying because you'd really have to make sure you had the right number of stitches. Me, since I'm doing coasters, if I get down here and I'm on like 14, I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I'll just... So that's one benefit. But if I were like trying to actually join those edges together then to make something else, like, I think that would be a lot more annoying. Because they tried to do a one size fits all approach, and it doesn't fit all. But that's okay. All right, it's past 10 o'clock. We gotta get out of here. Let me finish this treble crochet. Well, exciting. We did a lot of stuff today. We finished off those squares. We've made some good progress here on the sleeve. We've got 5 chapters left of Jujutsu Kaisen. We're almost done. We're almost done with Jujutsu Kaisen after over a year of reading this story. We've got 5 chapters plus the epilogue left. Very exciting. Let's go raid. We're done for the day. Let's go raid Real Chicken Meister. Oops. And we'll end the day there. You had to make a border on a panel. It was okay. Looks like it could go here, but then it didn't always end properly. That It's the joy of crochet where it's like, meh, whatever kind of works. I kind of joke that crochet is the magic of trying to figure out what hole to stick your hook into. Like, yeah, good luck. Sometimes it doesn't matter. And sometimes it really does matter. Knitting is much more clear. This is how these link together. Crochet, it's like, well, you know, especially when it comes to crocheting on an edge, that's like, oh, good luck, honey. just stick it in. Oh my god, I hate crocheting on the edge every time. It's like, oh gosh, this is gonna be terrible. That exactly. That's what she's just stick it in. It'll be fine. I'll work with it. Oh my gosh. Okay. On that note, that's the perfect note to say farewell. Thank you everyone for hanging out. I appreciate it. I hope we have a good start to your weekend. The weather's going to be gorgeous here. I hope it is where you are. I think we got rain on Sunday, but we'll ignore that. I will still spend most of the weekend indoors, but I'll be making pizza, so it'll be all worthwhile. I will share photos. I hope you all have a great weekend. Again, thank you. We're going to go rate Real Chicken Meister. If you haven't met Chicken Meister is doing Japanese woodblock printmaking in the traditional style. So taking woodblocks, carving images, putting ink on them, pressing the paper on, and making the image transfer, layering up colors. Very cool. He is currently working on this cyborg ninja from Metal Gear Solid. He's been working on it for, I want to say close to a year at this point, doing the color blocks at this point. It's very neat. So we'll go hang out there for a bit. Thank you again so much. I hope you have a good one. Stay safe, stay well, stay hydrated, and I will catch y'all next time. Thanks again.